told me you guys have enough money in your checking account to pay your bills, so that's why you don't tell her. And then we had a f***ing late payment. Does Grandma know?
That we're spending so much?
Yeah.
No.
On you bullshit. How the f*** can you get a Mountain Dew every day if you're borrowing money from Grandma? Was it borrow or a gift?
She'll never ask for it back. She's an older Southern woman.
It's like the kid doesn't matter. It's like your grandma doesn't matter. It's like the life doesn't matter. It's like our future doesn't matter.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm 21.
I'm Dylan. I'm 23. We're based out of Phoenix.
And this is Financial Audit.
Welcome down to Austin. Thanks for coming, guys. And what do we do for a living right now? I guess we'll start with you.
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we have a kid.
Yes.
Or a young couple kid. How old's this kid?
6 months.
One kid.
Single.
6 months.
Just
very cool. Wow. Was this planned or was this
we knew
oopsie-doopsies?
We knew there was a risk.
It was the find out method.
Yeah, that would have risk.
Yeah. We knew it might happen.
So, like, you guys just didn't care?
I forgot.
Okay, no.
You forgot that you weren't wearing a... That's...
Listen, Caleb. We went to public school, so we were like, if it happens, it happens. I mean, at the time we were making...
It's an interesting family planning strategy.
They've been doing that for hundreds of years.
When were you guys married?
We're not.
Yeah, we're engaged.
Yes.
Oh, okay. When did you guys get engaged?
September 22nd.
Yes, the baby was already like 3 months.
Wow.
I was already 3 months pregnant.
Did that kind of push us over the edge to get engaged?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Completely different answers from both.
I always thought she was the one, so I was just kind of pushing it along. I wanted to prove to her that I meant to stay here. So
I just knew I was pregnant, and then we went on a vacation, and then we were engaged.
All right. Cool. So, and then what do you do, Dylan? What do you do for a living?
I'm a dishwasher.
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm immediately curious how we're paying the bills as that being the only income right now.
It's new. So previously I was working at an automotive shop.
Oh, okay. Previously when?
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is very new.
What were you making at that?
So the pay plans are strange. My last check was about $850. I was bringing that about every week. Before that, I was making a whole lot more, about $1,600 a week.
Yeah.
When?
Last year.
What happened?
Probably about 6 months
I got
ago.
forced into a demotion.
Why?
So the management team at that place is very toxic and very totalitarian. They're very mean.
Totalitarian. Okay.
Sure. And I got pretty sick of it. I was mostly ignorant to a lot of the stuff they were doing. So anytime they would start violating our workers' rights or just kind of being rude for no reason or expecting too much without compensation.
What workers' rights did they violate?
Like no lunch breaks. Making them sign fake documents.
They make you sign fake legal documents.
They weren't even legal documents.
No, they weren't. They were basically like, you're going to do this and this and this, and if you don't, we're going to give you the boot. But it wasn't any form of work thing.
It was like a printer paper with pen.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't pick your kids up. You can't leave to get your kids.
Yeah, there was actually a worker there that he had a signed court order to go pick up his kids at 5, and he said, Mike, oh no, you're going to work till 6, and if you don't, you can leave. And he's like, no, I have a court order. I can do both.
Try to not hit the table, but I mean, I get it. I haven't let my employees leave in 6 months. I make them live here because I own them.
That's what the back room is.
Yeah, it is. That's
so it's the shackles are for.
Noah sleeps in that corner right there.
Is that his pee bucket over there too?
No, he doesn't let them go to the bathroom.
Holds it.
He's here to save money. That costs plumbing.
Absolutely. So, no, obviously that doesn't sound like a great work environment. So
no,
it got to the point where he was reporting to HR
and they
retaliated.
Yeah, and they just kept retaliating.
Quiet fire type vibes.
Yeah.
So how did the demotion look?
So eventually they're trying to get me to quit, and I don't quit. There's a position in the shop it's the worst position in the shop.
Yeah.
You're working in a basement. It's about 110 degrees in there, and then you're just running back and forth, changing oil in cars.
Were you the only one kind of making it? Now, why was no one else doing anything?
They got fired. So there's only one pit tech at a time.
Why were you not fired?
They don't like to fire people.
They were doing the quiet fire thing of like oh, he's a minute late, write that down. Oh, this,
Yeah.
write that down. And then
So
he went to HR.
I wasn't giving them any reason to give me a fire. Like I'm a good employee. I did all my tasks on time. They just didn't like the fact that I was trying to hold them accountable to like a healthy work environment. They wanted to manage their way, and they didn't like that.
Okay.
So they're just trying to give me the boot. So they threw me in the hole for probably 3 months, trying to get me to quit.
Now you're a dishwasher.
Yeah, we're
'Cause he
getting
quit.
to that point. So it got to the point because the way my pay scale
Try not
worked.
hitting the table.
Sorry.
Where's the spray bottle?
Yeah, I will spray you. It's true.
It'll work.
I'll get it. I'm armed and ready.
So the way the pay works is I was getting paid off mechanical because I was. That's so menacing.
Locked and
I
loaded.
like how you bought the black one from Target too.
It's tactical.
Right.
It's tactical.
That's what the grip is for.
So originally
I put it on like intense mode
It's,
Oh,
because I have to aim from across the room.
it can't hit the mics.
Go on. Continue.
so I was a service manager, so I was managing all the cars in service, and that's how my pay was based off of. I was getting a bonus off the total commission of the shop.
Okay.
Versus the oil side gets paid off what they do over there, which in the whole it's just a flat hour rate plus like extra couple $100.
Sure.
So they couldn't keep me on the mechanical rate if I wasn't over there, but they didn't have any reason to take me off that pay rate. So they brought someone else new in and put them on that pay plan and basically told me like, hey, if you want to stay on this pay plan, you're going to have to move a couple hours away to go to this other shop and work there, or you can put on the basically the lower pay plan. And I was going to move.
Sure.
I didn't want to make the drive because I'd turn my 10, 11-hour days into 13, 14-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
And I still needed money because I didn't have any backup. I didn't think they were going to do that. Eventually, I thought they were going to maybe pull me out of a hole. But so we've just been kind of struggling with that past couple months.
So you quit.
I quit, yeah.
Okay. Now dishwasher. You know, just like the first open job you could get. Was that the idea?
I was applying for everything, yeah.
Okay. Well, now I actually appreciate that. For what it's worth, I actually appreciate that because what a lot of people do is they find themselves in like a laid off position on the show. And yes, if you're paying into unemployment on insurance, that can help you for a while. And if you have an emergency fund, obviously that can help you for a while. But at some point, some people are pushed to the point where they're not willing to take jobs that they look down on, jobs that are a little easier to secure in emergency situations. Not that, they want to hire someone that's immediately going to leave, but they're probably used to being a higher turnover rate in that job. So what are you making now?
18 an hour.
Okay. It's not horrendous just for washing dishes.
Yeah.
It's actually a little surprised that it's like even over
It's through
15.
Texas.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say brand names?
I don't care. That's up
It's
to you.
through like Texas Roadhouse, so they
Okay,
have
the
really
rolls.
good
Yeah.
additive.
Yeah.
The rolls.
The rolls.
Yeah, the rolls.
Simmer butter.
Plus, I can sell myself in an interview pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying you've been doing this how many weeks now?
I start the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we surviving?
We're not. We used up the emergency fund.
You had emergency fund.
We did. We had probably about 2.5 grams.
This is a different conversation. I like it. Usually we don't have people. Well, okay, that's not a fully funded emergency fund. Never mind.
It's definitely
But
not.
you had something.
It was enough
Yeah.
to cover like one rent payment, like a car payment, and then because with the baby, there's at least $200 every month in formula.
So I guess that makes sense why we're having this conversation. In your opinion, why are you guys here?
It's just gotten to a point where I feel like the financial literacy is almost none, and we can't have conversations about it without it being like a fight. And then that just is so stressful on top of not having money to do anything. Like as a stay-at-home mom, being in a house for 10 hours a day with a baby,
Yeah.
it adds stress. And then the finances have always kind of been like, I'd be like, can we do this? And he'd be like, yes. And then like a couple days later, he'd be like, oh, we couldn't do that. And now we're stressing. And now
What
it's a big
example?
deal.
I need an example of that.
Like, oh, can we go get food today? Or like, can we go grocery shopping today? And groceries are at least like $150 now for a week.
Okay.
And then he'd be like, yeah, we can. Because, obviously we need food. But then that wasn't the case. And then by the end of the week, we're like stressing on how we're going to pay for things. This last 2 months, I think we've asked his family for help like 2 times.
Really?
Yeah, his grandma covered like
God bless
a
her.
gap for a rent.
Grandma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that always hurts.
Yeah.
Going to the grandparents who's probably retired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mimi's great, though.
What did you borrow? Was it borrow or a gift?
She'll never ask for it back. She's an older Southern woman. She's never gonna be like, you
was
owe
it
me.
like a?
No, it wasn't like a loan. It was like we're gonna help you do this. And then
How much?
$600 some dollars.
Okay, so that was like a stopgap. It helped make the
rent payment.
The rent, and a little bit extra for groceries.
So,
and then his mom.
Why is every conversation around money a fight, though?
I just think we have different views on it.
Okay, tell me his views.
Well, when it comes to like hobby things, like things he enjoys, it has to be like the best of the best, like the best coffee machine, the best like tools for if he wants to go to the gym. Those things have to be luxuries. But then if I'm going to the grocery store and I'm like, hey, can we get this bigger pack of meat? It's always like, no, it's too much. We can't do that. So that kind of just immediately makes me
quite say that. I would say is like, can we get these chocolate chips for the cookies? I'm like, we can just have normal cookies. You don't need chocolate chips.
But do you agree with her assessment on the first thing?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do have an issue.
So is it the chocolate chips that are killing us, or getting the expensive coffee equipment?
Coffee equipment.
And probably
Okay.
getting chocolate chips every week. Like it's that
Mix
kind
of
of
both.
thing. Where like, because I almost feel like, oh, well, you got this, so then I get to get this for the house because you spent that money.
And then I feel
Why?
guilt.
How? What? Wait.
Okay, well, if we knew why.
Why does there have to be some like competition on spending?
I don't know if it's a competition on spending or if it's like especially being a stay-at-home mom, it's like I don't get luxuries. Like he gets to go to the store for a Mountain Dew every day at work. I don't get that.
I have to go to Mountain Dew every day. What does that mean? You mean like you stop and get a Mountain Dew every day?
I don't have to stop. It's across the street from my old work.
That's stupid. Get a pack from Costco.
That's fair.
It's cheaper. Yeah, no shit. What the? What do you think?
I mean, the problem was I was spending them. I was getting them every day, so I didn't have money to buy them in
At
bulk.
the Costco. And that's where it came in, is like the smaller things daily of like, oh, let's get this because it makes us feel better in that moment.
How the can you get a Mountain Dew every day if you're borrowing money from grandma? That's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
What, you're smirking?
No, I'm trying.
I'd feel pretty nasty about that
I'm
personally.
feeling nasty.
Yeah.
When you put it like that. I feel
As
like
someone who has
kike.
borrowed money from my grandparents a long
Right.
time ago when I was in a bad spot and it was borrowed and I ended up paying it back, I'd feel gross.
Yeah.
And then what's her philosophy on money?
Mimi's?
No.
Oh, hers?
Yeah.
Um.
Said you guys had different philosophies. What is it?
Yeah. Usually, anytime we talk about finances, no matter how good we're feeling going into it, I feel like her anxiety just cranks up to 11, and then immediately I just feel like I'm being attacked on most of my purchases or any of our purchases that we make together.
So when we have conversations about money, it all of a sudden becomes a, well, you spent on this. Well, you spent
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, it's a big fight.
Well, we can't get that. Well,
Yeah.
we need this, but yeah. And then I think a lot of it too is because he took on like me being a stay-at-home mom and him having to pay my bills adds a little more to that.
How close do you guys live to family?
About 30 minutes.
Okay, so the support could be there, could not be there. It's a
Yeah.
little difficult.
It's not like we don't
I mean,
have
it's not
support.
perfect. But, well, yeah, but...
I mean, honestly, it's not like we haven't had every tool to do this the
how long
right
do you want to
way.
be a stay-at-home mom?
Ideally, until the second kid was here, because then I could just...
We're planning for a second kid, and we literally
Well,
probably... How
Not
do you guys...
soon.
What's your rent right now?
15 flat.
How the are you...
is that with
affording
utilities
that?
though?
How many
That's-
hours are you working a week?
Originally 50 to 55.
Okay,
And that
you're
was-
putting in the time.
But that was only making... They required 50
18?
hours to make
Yeah.
$800.
It was 18 plus a
Oh,
commission.
you're making 800 every other week, is what you said?
every week.
every week, $850 to $900.
Okay, so you're making rent, but it's still very expensive for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How is second
close.
kid in a conversation then for that? It doesn't really make sense. Especially if you had to drain an emergency fund. Is that fair to the kids? I don't think so.
No.
No.
They don't have a
It's
choice
not.
to come into the world or not.
Right.
But they're cool.
Well,
I'm sure.
so's a new motorcycle. Like, yeah, I mean, it's
We're not
cool.
getting a motorcycle, are we?
No.
No, it's just...
Oh. So, okay,
Not a
you're making an
jackass.
example.
Yeah.
Can I have the whiteboard? I'm going to have you guys do a little exercise.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you guys to kind of guess. I have the answers here, but you're going to...
Thanks, Noah.
Of course. I'm going to go back to my
As you should, where you
Yeah.
belong. That's why you get straight line toilet paper in your
piss-stained
bathroom.
cot.
Jeez. They're like... It's like some weird
Do you want
It's a
help,
bullying
Caleb?
station.
Relationship
Do you need
going
help?
on. Sorry, I'm just thinking about your guys' dynamic. Like when Noah comes out here for the post show, are you guys just gonna be like,
Flaming him?
yeah?
I don't know.
What the f- is happening?
Do you need help opening that?
Oh, it
Nah,
just,
it's a twist.
It just flew
Attaboy.
off.
You broke it. Good job.
Hey, Noah, do we have a new marker? I know Caleb may not budget that in.
You can't
but-
boss him around.
Got it.
Oh,
Attaboy.
just kidding. Caleb fixed the broken marker. I believe that. With this curvy line toilet paper. Oof.
Okay, so I need you guys to discuss, have a thing. You're gonna do a bar next to each, in terms of how much was income, how much was spending, and then the number inside that bar.
By the way, your guys' message on the coffee machine, kind of passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It's openly aggressive.
I'm always openly aggressive.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Can you blame it
you're
flat?
gonna draw a bar based on. Let's pretend that the income was $5,000. Draw a bar.
Oh, okay,
And
like-
then write $5,000.
okay, like a
and
graph.
Then if the spending is $2,500, it would be half the size.
I didn't graduate high school. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Little consultation.
Are we doing both do one? Or just together?
Yeah, I want you guys to decide together. What do you guys think? Where do you think things are going?
Do you want numbers?
Yeah, number in there. And while they figure out what like a bar chart is, a bar graph, feel free to sign up if you want to be on the show and you have an interesting situation, interesting finances, and or if you have an opinion you want challenged, anything like that. You can come be on the show at calebhammer.com/apply. You can also get your Hammer Financial Score for free. Link in the description below.
You can also get your merch on calebhammer.com.
It's shop.calebhammer.com.
Oh, I'm
please.
so sorry.
How do you feel about that?
It's fine.
Do you think it's fine?
I do think it's, yeah. You're the money man.
Vaguely.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So he runs the money.
The
I do.
yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's figure out what you guys got. Okay, so here's what they think. Income in $3,200 and spending $3,000. Is that 700 or 100?
That's a 7.
Okay, so you already think you spend, $500 more.
Well, that's
Yeah.
at least the 600.
Why? Why are we
have to
spending
get.
$500 more if that's what we think we're doing? Like, why are we allowing that? If rent, we already know what rent is. Then if you include your needs on top of that, your minimum monthly payments, it shouldn't stack up to that. So what are we doing?
Not spending
being
right.
smart.
Buying bullshit.
Yeah.
Why though?
I want to give you free money right now. I've partnered with different resources that will literally give you hundreds of dollars the moment you sign up for them. Check out my investing app of choice, Moomoo, where they give you up to 15 free stocks and 8.1% interest on your uninvested cash when you sign up with my link. Do you want a more traditional savings account? Check out where I keep my emergency fund, SoFi, where they'll give you 4.6% on your money and up to $250 for signing up with my link. Would you rather have automated investing? Sign up for Acorns with my link and you'll get $20 right now instead of the usual $5 you'd get from your friend's referral. You can also sign up for our investing program and get $100 in cash deposited into your Moomoo account. This is the best way to learn what your investing profile looks like and what investing strategies to use based on that. All of this free money is linked in the resources section of the description below, so don't pass up the free money because I'll punch you.
You're borrowing from mom. You have a kid that didn't have a choice to come to this world. Why?
Mountain Dews are good.
Why not? I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
It's definitely not a conscious decision, but it becomes one at the end of the day.
Gosh, it becomes one at the end of the day. Why haven't you guys sat down? Like, I know you guys blame each other. Okay, so we blame each other on different things. That isn't necessarily the most helpful way to go about a budget. But why aren't we sitting down and at least just figuring out where the money is going and taking any kind of self-responsibility without blaming the other person on where things are going? Why haven't we sat down and at least acknowledged where our own spending habits are?
That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
Does Grandma know?
that we're spending so much.
Yeah.
No.
On you bullshit, stupid
Yeah.
bullshit,
Yeah.
dumb bullshit that does not matter in any way whatsoever. Going out to eat was literally double your grocery store spending. It's like the kid doesn't matter. It's like your grandma doesn't matter. It's like the life doesn't matter. It's like our future doesn't matter.
I didn't know that.
Of course not, because you haven't sat down and tried to figure out where we are. Instead, you guys just point the finger and be like, you shouldn't have spent money on chocolate chips. You shouldn't have spent money on a coffee maker. You know, that's our solution. That doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah.
That doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah. It's also been like if we have the money, I'll spend it. So if we have money for groceries, I'll just go get groceries. Not thinking.
Well, groceries isn't necessarily bad as an inherent product, but certainly budgeting in it, figuring out what we can do, you know, probably going through cheaper meal planning techniques.
$6 to $8 a day on drinks, and then you try to go get groceries. You're $100
$68 on drinks.
Yeah,
Who,
it's
you?
like a daily thing. Well, both of us.
What are you getting?
Red Bulls.
Why aren't we getting packs? At least at a lower price.
It just.
I think when I was making a lot more money, it kind of made us a little bit spoiled. I do say.
Oh, sure.
Because
you're making like what, 80 a year?
I made 80 grand last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and that was
definitely
after
living
tax.
we're definitely living quite comfortably. So spending habits weren't really nothing crazy.
And now he can't tell me no. So if I'm like, I need a Red Bull because the baby's been really hard all day, I'll go get the Red Bull.
Now, of course, your income was correct. You already know your income. Your spending, you thought, was $500 more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you thought your spending was $3,700. Mm-hmm. Your spending was $6,434.
Oh.
You guys don't know what the you're doing.
No.
You don't even know what your life is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy shit.
What was the shocked Pikachu face? Like, what was that? Like,
$6,000. That's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah. It's definitely on me, too, because I should have just asked to get on sooner to check. Because I, didn't... When we started doing the whole he was home, we kept separate accounts up until 2 weeks ago. So I never even looked at that.
How's your guys' relationship right now?
It's on the out.
All right at best.
Huh?
I said all right at best.
It's on the out, all right at best.
It's like a day-to-day thing.
Day-to-day thing. And you think it's stemming from this?
There's obviously, having a baby is stressful. Having a baby that fast is stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'd only been together for...
Well, it's because you guys didn't fucking wrap it up or take any medication or anything, and you guys are just like, duh.
Yeah. Well, when we were making 80 grand, it made sense. Because I knew I wanted kids young. I didn't want to be 50 with a 10-year-old.
Have you looked more into the automotive industry in terms of trying to find a job that at least got you closer to that income with the experience you had? And you say you have these incredible job interview skills.
Not quite. I wanted to make my way out of.
What?
I have.
You wanna
I want to get my. I want to get out of the automotive.
Why?
It's gross. Working in that, I didn't like it. I felt real scummy when I was talking to customers trying to get them to
selling.
Yeah.
I didn't like selling. I didn't like the management because I have worked in a couple other different automotive fields. I've worked at a dealership before. I've done just a lot attendant and detailing stuff, and it's never been fun. It's just kind of a thing I fell into.
Well, fun. I don't give a about fun. No offense, not right now. When you guys are spending double what you make, fun isn't in the equation of
fun was the wrong
for
word.
Me.
I would say aligning more with my morals and what it comes in a workplace.
It's just gotten to the point now where I'm having to compromise on her care because I never wanted to put her into daycare because I just don't think
it's hard. Well, especially at 6 months,
right?
I get.
So then now it's to the point where I'm just upset because I know that I'm probably gonna have to get a job.
What do you want to do then? If you're the breadwinner of the house, what do you want to do that aligns with your morals?
I want to be a police officer.
Okay, well that's obviously time to go through that. Have you applied?
Yeah, I've applied and I just wasn't let in on this go around.
They said come back in 2 years.
Yeah, they said come back in a couple years. Yeah, that was last year.
So I feel like it's kind of just been a holding out until he could apply again.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to wait 2 years now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's your plan until then? I'm obviously able to, I have resources. I'm able to gift you a certifications in course careers, accounting, whatever, anything like that for type of career change. I can't offer you a police certification or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what the are you going to do until then? Because you guys got to pay the bills, and right now you're not doing anything.
No.
You're also spending stupid. We'll talk about that in a second, but
Yeah.
So
what the is your plan?
we do have a plan. We are getting better.
We spent double.
Right.
Right.
I don't know what better is considered to you.
We're planning on me working full time.
Yes.
So that is the plan.
Yes.
He would do
and I would do part time.
How do we feel about this?
I'm
Well, why you part time?
I won't have her go to someone else for care.
Okay, well, what is she going to be doing? Are you both never going to work at the same time? Or like, how does this?
We plan on working at the same time. Differential
where-
shifts.
No,
does
no,
the
no,
kid
no.
go?
No, we're gonna.
You guys aren't even aligned on like what are you
He
even
doesn't know what
thinking?
you're asking.
I'm just explaining it wrong.
Yeah, no. So I'd be the 40 hours a week, and then he would do about 25. So when I get off or weekends, I just haven't gotten a job
So
yet.
you'll never see each other?
I mean, yeah, but is that?
That's a way to avoid fighting, I guess, but that's
and then the finances will be
not the
fixed by
health
the
one.
time that we do see each other.
No.
So
No.
Okay.
Do you know why? No? Do you guys even know?
No.
No.
I just.
It's not. Your income is a major issue right now, but it is your f***ing spending. I don't give a how much you guys make. You're spending double what you make now,
Okay.
and you're borrowing from grandma to try to fill the gap, and then you don't even get close to that anyway. You're taking it from retired granny Nana. Okay, it's not going to be you making more money. It's your spending. It's your behavior. It's your lack of care. It's your lack of discipline. It's your lack of maturity. The kid's popping you guys into maturity real quick because you popped it out. But that has not changed
The
your
spending,
spending.
yeah.
It has not changed your behavior. It has not changed your maturity. Let's get into the debt. Oh, okay. Something else, but you guys are not credit card people. Capital One. We have a balance. This isn't a huge balance.
It's the max.
It's, oh my, right.
It's the max. Yeah.
That's insane. Credit limit. I've never seen a credit limit of low as 221. Did they lower that at some point?
No, it was the platinum. So I paid.
You're over the limit. No, you're not. You're so close though.
Yeah.
It's a secured credit card, isn't it?
It is a secured. So when I got it, I put down like a certain amount, and then they gave me the 221, and I've had that limit since I got it when I was 18.
Okay, so what are we trying to do here though? I mean, at least with the money that you got, you're spending so much money, but you only did a little over a minimum monthly payment. But then you would purchase it on it anyway. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Not.
If we're taking from grandma, again, I really don't get it. Why are we spending on a card that is accruing interest on a monthly basis, $6.07 there, $25 minimum monthly payment, basically at the max. You put it all the way back up to the max again. Kindle, I go to the library. PlayStation Network, we're not doing that. We can't afford to live. I'm not saying I don't want you guys to have fun or paid for fun. That is not it. You literally cannot afford to live, and we're taking from a retired lady. Okay? The Sims resource Torontoon.
Yeah. That's me.
Stop.
Right.
What is that?
It's like a custom content thing for the PC on The Sims.
Buddy, you need the content in your life.
Yeah.
You need to unlock the content pack where you're able to just like survive. I know it's imaginary at this point.
Yeah.
It's basically a loot box for you, whether or not you'll get it.
Right. I think that definitely contributed to. It's like, well, if we're gonna be poor. Yeah.
So that's what we've accepted. We've accepted that our child's going to grow up in a poor house. Great. That's great.
Fuck no.
That's what a parent should say, right?
No.
I haven't accepted it. We're not poor. I'm broke. It's a difference.
Oh, not according to your second half.
Yeah. I've just. Yeah. The
One's given up, one hasn't. How do you lead someone that's given up? How do you go forward with someone who's given up? How do you get into the marriage with someone who's given up? How do you guys get to the final goals that you want to get to if one has given up? It's an anchor. Not to all over you, but like, how do we do this?
That's true.
How, like,
I mean, I'm aware that the problem is definitely me when it comes to spending, and the fact that he took on the debt because he didn't have any.
you took on all the debt.
Well, I had debt getting into the relationship, and I think it's a little bit of a savior complex, and he just felt bad seeing where I was and then took me out of it and then was paying on it when it stopped working.
Okay.
So he's been paying all the bills since last year.
So if you're getting into the workplace, what's your have either of you gone to college at all or anything?
I haven't, but I've been working since I was 16, so they don't usually ask when you have that much experience.
Well, I guess depends on the job.
Right. I mean, a lot of it's office jobs, but I used to do operations for like a large furniture store, so that definitely helps.
Okay, so you guys just graduated high school then?
Basically. Well, no.
Been out for a little bit.
I don't.
No, I mean that's
I don't
Oh,
have
just a
education
baseline of
was.
vacation. Yeah.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
You didn't graduate.
No,
high
I dropped
school.
out.
Why'd you drop out?
We were just
You don't hear much of that these days.
No, we were really financially stuck, and it was affecting my mom's mental health. So then I dropped out to get like a full-time job at 16.
Your mom's mental health is allowed to affect your basic core education?
Yeah.
That feels
Well, she
almost
tried.
potentially a little selfish, depending. I don't know.
Yeah, she tried to put me in an online school, but I was working like 50 hours a week at Chick-fil-A, so it wasn't
50 hours a week at Chick-fil-A at 16? Wait, why? I'm so confused.
because we needed the money. So she was working.
What was this mental health thing? What are you talking about?
Like
though?
it would be like we don't have money because she moved us out to Oregon without an emergency fund or anything.
Oh, great. This is what I'm worried for your guys' kid, because it's like they
Right.
don't have a choice. They
Right.
don't have a choice in this world to come into the world.
That's why
and then
we're-
if you're just fucking around and putting your selfish desires over them, you're going to put them in a situation that you've been in. You want to be in that generational cycle constantly?
No, that's why we're here.
Okay, so she moved there with no emergency fund. Things
Right.
got bad.
Yeah, so I was in school, and then we were in like half of an attic. It was like one bedroom, like an open plan almost. Because in
Okay.
Oregon, there's different housing laws, so he could rent that out, and we were paying $1,200 for that. And then she was working 3 jobs to make up for like the living cost of
Why'd you
having
have to
2
work?
kids. She just needed money. It was
So
like
she came to her 16-year-old
Right,
and
it was like
said,
a constant. It
I
wasn't-
need you to work 50 hours a week. That's kind of gross.
I don't know if it was like that.
I'm okay with a part-time job to help
Right.
into the communal thing. If the
Right.
family is going through hard times, I think she put some selfish desires over it.
Right.
And
I don't.
just
Yeah, I disagreed with the whole move to Oregon because I was like an AP student, and then it just messed everything up. And it got to the
so
point.
you've worked in operations. What have you made? What has been your highest paying job?
It was that
Yeah, what was the pay?
52.
A year.
Yeah,
Okay. How long have you been out of work?
a year.
Gap in resume. I had a kid. No, it's fair.
Yeah, and then usually they're a
It's like
little.
you're gonna be headed into a harder job market.
Yeah, I have 3 interviews when we get back.
Okay. Good.
I've just been turned down from 5, so
It happens. It's the name of the game.
I'm
It
learning.
really sucks.
It's humbling.
Her numbers game is wild though.
Interviewing or applying for jobs is, a full-time job, and
Yeah.
sometimes has to be a little more curated depending on the job. And
You said that, and I realized like I wasn't doing it enough, so I applied to like 42 jobs just the last 2 weeks, but only like 6 of them called back.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
even with
numbers
follow-up
game,
emails.
and depending on the job, cover letters and things.
I mean,
it's
ideally, I
kind of
wouldn't have to work, but we're here.
yeah, I don't give a shit about ideally. Ideally is not the world we live in.
Right.
The world's not necessarily kind, loving, and caring. You just got to figure out your way through it, like a adult, or your kid's gonna be dropping out of high school and working at 16.
Yeah,
Also, you're spending all of your guys' money, so I don't really give a shit.
that's true.
Like,
Yeah, it's not like we're
you
trying.
guys are living like upper middle class people.
Yeah, when we're not making.
You're lower middle class.
Yeah. Ouch.
Mathematically,
Yeah.
it's not a insult. It's not even a bad thing. But just you got to live like your real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
This is at 32.24% interest rate.
I didn't know it was that
On
high.
your card?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and you guys decide to spend on PlayStation Network and Sims. Bullshit. Yeah, so instead of paying it off, we keep it at the credit limit. Smart. Real smart, guys. When did you guys start dating?
September of 2020.
Yeah, 2020. 2022.
Okay.
And then we had like a miscarriage like 2 months in, and I think that's kind of just
2 months into dating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what just put us down the trajectory of like, go 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 go.
Wow. One, I'm sorry for the miscarriage. And two, you guys were pregnant so quick as well at the same time.
It was.
It was.
I'm gonna look at the camera. If
Yeah.
you're taking birth control, and also on antibiotics, it will
cancels
cancel
it
out.
out.
So you can't be on birth control and antibiotics. And
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it most likely won't be a viable pregnancy
Yeah.
if you get pregnant on antibiotics.
I guess I need to double up my birth control.
Yes, Caleb. Did
Did you take your dose this morning?
you miss your alarm?
Yeah. Noah sticks it in every time I walk in the office.
I figured.
I thought you were supposed to work for you.
Right.
The college is helping a bro out.
You're right.
Speaking of getting in the ass, let's talk about this
Yeah.
Apple Card.
Yeah. That was a mistake.
It's at a huge $1,730.03 balance with a $52 minimum payment.
And that was before the trip here.
trip. Oh,
Because we had to
Yeah.
use that card to.
well, at least the reimbursement, the flat rate that we give you, better put it right towards us then, if that's the
Absolutely.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's the plan.
but
Yeah.
I get it. Why is this card balance so high?
Bullshit.
Yeah, and
Then why? Why are we bullshit then? That pisses me off. You're just you're knowledgeable of it, but we still do it. So it's just like, what can I even do?
I wouldn't say
You know?
it's
I wouldn't say
bullshit card.
knowledgeable.
Okay, so again, we disagree again. So what is it then? Not bullshit.
A lot of the whole reason why I got that card was I was trying to boost my credit score before we met. So I just used it for small purchases.
Okay.
And then once we got together and we needed some extra money, say for a vet visit, or we had unexpected bill or something.
You guys have pet insurance?
No,
No.
but then it turned into
Yeah. And
like,
kinda,
oh, we need like something at the
Well,
store
we don't have the
or
money,
gas,
so we'll use
and
it
we're
for
not.
that.
Obviously, we don't have money because we're spending that much.
Yeah.
I just didn't. We didn't have like a real financial conversation until we were gonna come on.
You guys need to go. Really? Until then, you haven't had a talk?
Well, I knew it was bad, but it would be like are we okay? And then it'd be like, well, yeah, because he didn't want me to freak out.
Yeah. It's never.
Wait, did you even know your finances
And
of the household?
I had no idea they were this deep.
Why were you? Why? Wait, why? Why are you
It's just-
ignorant to the household?
With the baby, I guess I just didn't care.
You didn't care.
I didn't think it was
So you
my
didn't even
problem.
ask.
No.
Why didn't you share? Because obviously this is
I didn't
concerning. Why would
ask.
you? No. If my spouse, this imaginary spouse, because she's imaginary.
Somebody get Caleb
Was
on
there-
Bumble.
Yeah. If she was taking care of a kid or whatever, she wasn't interested in the finances, but something was going wrong that impacts our future and impacts our kid, I would bring it up
It's fair.
because we're both adults.
Well,
So why did you not bring up anything?
It's probably a lot because before I was making a lot of money, so like it was never a conversation to ever like really have because we were always okay.
But it is a conversation to have. So
Yeah.
why didn't it happen?
I just assumed it'd be okay.
How?
Bad math. I don't know.
That's not a answer. That is not an answer. Why did you think this would be okay? What was your actual logic? You see the debt accumulating. You're at maxed out card. How are you like, it will be okay?
I guess I was just holding out hope that things would change. I always knew we always had enough money in the bank account where we can make our bills and we can make our groceries. So in my head, that was comfortable living, would be okay. But of course, if we need anything else, it was going to the card, and I would
You're
just.
borrowing from your grandma. What do you mean you have enough in your account to pay your bills? What are you talking about?
That was just.
Yeah, you are living in full delusion right now. The are you on about? I commend you for working a lot of hours. I commend you for immediately getting a job after. Well, you quit, but I mean, still, either way,
right.
you still got a job quickly, even though it's not the job you want.
We just ignored $6,000 worth of spending.
Yeah.
Guys, just a quick plug, but this is your last chance to grab a spot in my 5-day financial refresh challenge for free. The challenge starts today, and I couldn't be more excited to share this content with you all. Like I've said, I think there's something in here for everyone. And at the very least, you can follow along with us and take the next steps toward building a better financial future. Just click the link in the description below. I'll see you there.
Just, I think, and then also with like the baby and the PPD, it was just like, well, this isn't the biggest thing until it was the biggest
You
thing.
guys don't even get married. Are you sure you're even going to get married?
If things keep going like this, I mean, it's
Probably not if things keep going like this.
It's a leading cause for divorce in
Yeah.
in this country.
And just the
one
way
of
that
many, but
we were raised completely different with money, so the conversations are definitely always stressful.
no, you guys just point fingers.
Well,
It's
it's
clear as day. All right, you
Yeah.
spend money on taco chips. All right, you spend money on coffee.
Yeah.
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 You're both irresponsible. The pointing of the fingers is correct. You're both
Yeah.
point them at yourselves as well. Acknowledge.
Right.
Okay. No spending. Oh wait, no, there is agave psychiatry.
It's my therapist.
Okay, $20. How often?
Not anymore.
Yeah,
It was once or twice a month.
we couldn't afford therapy.
Can't afford therapy.
How is therapy the thing we cut when we were spending $700 a month going out to eat? What the are you guys on about?
I think it's...
Which one's really better for your mental health? Right. Are you fucking kidding me?
It was just the therapist was like the charge was like $140, and I'd rather get a $5 drink than pay $140. Well, altogether, like with mine and his.
So both of you were going and both stopped.
Yeah, stopped. Because it was like the $6
you might
drink.
Need couples therapy though.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and that could like save you guys.
But Wesley, that's not gonna help us get out of the hole.
It might if it keeps you guys together and allows you guys to strategize and actually have conversations about money. If you can't have conversations about money, you're never going to get out of the hole.
Right.
If you're able to have those healthy conversations, then maybe you will.
It's just like those big amounts are so much more overwhelming than like getting a drink or going out to eat.
Yeah, but that's your guys' issues, the small cuts.
Yeah.
It's the small cuts.
We can work into a budget.
That's one of the last things I cut. That's why I try to keep gyms in the budget as well. There are certain things that, aren't a need. If we get to the end where we literally cannot afford certain things and we're already at the max of work, like, okay, that's where we can have the conversation. But those are things we try to put in if we feel like we need them.
We just haven't.
$34 of interest to charge this month. And again, and I'm not against the therapy. I am against putting it on the credit card.
Okay.
So we only have one car loan?
It's just
Correct.
mine, yeah, because he has like a 97 GMC.
How is it?
Thank you. Oh, prime.
That thing's gonna run for a while.
Yeah,
it did get
'cause-
stolen, and then his dad replaced a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. So I've always been able to keep up with it working at that shop because repairs are cheap. So everything's basically new on it. The motor's only got 150,000 on it. The transmission's only got maybe 90,000 on it. So,
And then we have a Ford Focus as well.
Yeah, 2016.
Okay. $8,931.07.
Yeah.
You had a late payment.
Yeah. That was.
You had a late payment.
Yeah.
You told me you guys have enough money in your checking account to pay your bills, so that's why you don't tell her. And then we had a late payment. So what was happening?
I do forget her bills often.
Yeah.
Then you can't be in control of the finances. That's not how this works. It's children,
Yeah. The late payment was that month we had to make rent, so I
You
deferred
have
it.
to make rent every month.
That was the month that we were short. So on top of the money that we borrowed, we deferred the payment and then paid it like 10 days later. And then there was
What do you think it's worth, Carman?
That car?
Yeah, what do you guys think it's worth?
Like $6,000.
I would say 6.
2,800.
Oh, okay.
That's trade-in though. What's private market?
I didn't know you kept animals in the back.
Let's do private market going forward.
$5,000. Sorry.
5 private. Even still, it's
Way
worse
less
than
than we thought. Yeah, and then it was 221. And then they saw like a lapse in the insurance, then it raised to like 280.
What's the minimum monthly payment on this thing?
280. 281.
That's minimum monthly payment. I mean, it starts becoming hard when we're stacking these up and we basically make no money.
Yeah.
There's 2 late fees. Okay, great, wonderful. It's at 5.7% interest. This isn't even the worst thing in the world. Yes, you're underwater a couple $1,000s, but in terms of the overall grand scheme of things, as long as this is running well, it's not the worst in the world, and the interest rate isn't the worst in the world either. But you guys are late. You guys are late. You're just f***ing it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
It's just. I was a whoops baby, and my parents were 19 and 20 when they had me, or 18 and 19.
no,
I
we
think.
we knew what we were doing.
Huh?
Is that what you're about to say? Is this a whoops baby that we had?
I thought you already said it was like baby.
No, we knew. We knew if fornication happened on that week, I'd get pregnant.
Okay, so you guys wanted to have a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the miscarriage like pushed it forward a lot. The whole relationship went really fast.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I just when my parents had me, I was a whoops baby, so it's actually even more irresponsible that you guys did it. But I was a whoops baby. My dad was, a gas station attendant, and my mom was just kind of like a helper in like a glasses place, and like an eye doctor place. Neither of them made much money, and that meant the vast majority of my childhood and the vast majority of my life was growing up with really difficult finances, hard conversations, really cheap, just spaghetti every meal, that kind of thing. And it made life hard, and I saw them struggle, and they did a pretty good job hiding it from me. And, you know, they went in debt to make me feel like I was like living, you know, the solid middle class life next to everyone. But there are foreclosure notices, there are things like that. And that is what your kid's future is right now, based on your guys'. I mean, this car is not the worst thing in the world. The interest rate, the payment, you know, even underwater, it's not like the end of the world car as long as it's in decent condition. And you guys are f***ing it up because you're not willing to literally have a single conversation with each other about money. You are going to have that hard thing. Now, for what it's worth, you can turn it around. My mom got a nursing degree. She has a successful career there. My dad ended up co-founding a business with some people, and they've been successful there. Of course, they had to wait until I was out of the house to be successful, but either way, you can turn it around. But you're headed through that tough childhood for the kid. And then you're already talking about bringing in a second one? You're not even married yet, so it's not like we even have, like...
Well,
legal.
No, the government pays for your babies if you're not married. You get covered under access. So we had no hospital bill.
There are substantial tax credits though, as well.
I don't know what that means. Tax credits. What does that mean? Do I owe them now because I had a baby?
No. Credits less. Tax credit. What's a? Let me look at the tax credits because I'm not popping up children.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You don't know what?
What is a tax credit? Is that like when you write them off?
Yeah, it's essentially against your taxes.
Okay.
So it's going to be credit.
Okay. That's another reason too is you get more if you're single on taxes. I didn't.
Well, no, when you joint file as a married couple. One second.
Okay.
Up to $2,000 per qualifying child under the age of 17, and $1,700 of it is refundable, meaning that's like literal cash in your hand.
It just didn't.
Starts phasing out if you start making more than $400,000 a year jointly, or single at $200,000. And it really doesn't matter if you're married or single on that part.
No.
But there are tax benefits for married couples.
But married couples with one of them without income.
Aren't you both about to have an income though?
No,
Is that
but we
what you're talking about?
didn't. I mean, yeah,
No,
but
I know.
the second child was like a if. I mean, obviously now it's not. I'm not gonna have a second child with someone I can't
Well, I
even
don't
talk
know.
to
Not
about
based
money
on
with.
what you said. So how am I supposed to read your mind?
It was just the plan. I thought
You're
that's
not a
what you
credit card
do.
people. Use a charge card like the Fizz card guys. You just don't know how to. This is ridiculous. Okay. And then you can't even pay your own bills. You need to be forced to pay your bills.
Yeah. We were on auto pay, but then it kept drafting us into the negative because we didn't have the amount in the account.
Is this another credit card? It is.
No.
Credit
is that
Union
the-
West.
Which I have two accounts on there.
is.
They're both MasterCards though. One's
One of them's a
debit.
credit, one of them's
One's
a
a
Yeah,
secured line.
this is
It's a credit card.
Yeah.
okay, and we're sitting at $454.38. Interest is accruing. New purchases, guys. This is like, oh, how much more of this can we take? It's
What are we
why are we
supposed to-
purchasing on this?
What are we supposed to do if we don't have money to get?
I'll tell you. Don't go in and get Mountain Dew, and don't go to a smoke shop. These are not requirements to life. So you.
Okay.
What are you supposed to do? You don't do it. Don't be a dumbass.
But that's what like keeps the morale up.
Fuck your morale. Your morale doesn't exist.
It's not gonna matter if we're making income if we kill ourselves.
Killing yourself by not giving yourself lung cancer? What the are you talking about?
But you know, it's like there's vices. Everybody has like
There
a little
are
thing
vices.
that keeps
You
going.
do puzzles. Figure out. Okay, sorry, I'm oversimplifying this. Either way, in general, obviously, glugging down the Mountain Dew, not good for you. Glugging down smoke, whatever, it's not good for you. And you cannot say that, well, how are we supposed to spend money? If it's on things that are a want, and those are a want, no matter the addictive tendency of it, it's a want. You're putting it on a credit card that's building up, that's near max out, that's accruing interest that you're not paying off. That's not where we'd put it anyway. I'm okay with the vice. You get on that. You already bought the expensive coffee equipment. Get on the vice of making fancy coffees. You know.
Maybe. I don't
See, easier said than done. This is more of an addiction that would need to be worked on. I can't put it in your budget, but
It's just when you're in those moments and like life is because you don't have any money, you get a Mountain Dew.
I get that. But why is life now? and why do we not have any money? It's because you guys are accumulating your
mountain
debt.
dews.
So I'm
Yeah.
not against the, I was kind of joking when I said, what was the word? you said?
Morale?
Morale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
morale.
It's not about that. It's like literally your morale is just going to be forever getting worse because you're kicking the can down the road, and it's just going to become so bad that, maybe bankruptcy is the only option.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to borrow a ton of money and have a hard conversation with our family. There's so many bad things that are down the path you guys are headed that are going to make your morale worse. So I don't care if the morale is slightly hurt by not going and getting whatever you're getting from the smoke shop.
Vapes.
I don't care
Right.
if that morale is hit in that moment, if in the long term of your life your morale is up. So I don't give it.
It's not that easy when you're in it.
No, it's not. It's not. Everything revolving these conversations is easier said than done. We would have to sit here for 10 hours if we went into the nuance of every single little thing. The addiction is something that you're going to have to work on yourself. I can't put it in your budget. I will not allow myself to put it in your budget. That's something you
fair.
need to work on for yourself and for the longevity of your life so that you can be around for your kid longer and not
fair.
develop your weird whatever lung is going to eventually hit.
You leave my
Millions
lung
of people.
fungi alone.
Huh?
You leave my lung fungi alone. I'm growing it with care.
Yeah, it's not funny. You're going to die and leave your kid, okay?
Okay.
It's not a joke. It's not a hee-ha. It's disgusting.
Vaping or
Yeah, it like legitimately is. Like, I don't care. I'll shame it. I don't care.
that's fine. You
It's
can
nasty.
shame it.
Like, we don't even know the long-term consequences of that. Yeah,
Right.
there's going to be millions of people that are just going to, that we're going to have to take care of because they're like, let me have flavored nicotine.
I'm just glad that
gross.
you've never had to.
Yeah, I've had to stop my own vices. I have my own vices. That and nicotine is one of the most addictive things. It really is. One of my producers back there kicked nicotine. It's super cool of him. One of my best friends here
Go
in
him.
Austin also has done that. And it's really difficult, and I know it. Maybe set up reward systems for you along that your support system is, who knows, but it's difficult, and that's something you have to work on yourself, and I can't help you with it.
Right.
But I can't put it in a budget.
Okay. No budgeting for nicotine.
No budgeting for future lung cancer, no. So 17% interest. $50
That's medical debt.
bill? Just $50?
It was a no-show.
Huh?
It was a no-show.
What?
A no-show fee?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
legitimately didn't.
Yeah,
No, they'll charge you if you don't go.
they're gonna make their money.
Yeah.
They're gonna make their money.
Okay. I guess I've just never missed one.
That was just a joke. They asked for record of
Cash.
cash on hand, and I told them I have a jar of coins to throw at a robber, so they wanted documentation.
Okay.
That's what you asked.
It's a big jar.
Sure.
Got like $10 in there.
Oh, good. Well, good. Our checking and chase is negative. This is wonderful. This conversation continues to get better and better. And we're sending out Apple Cash. Like, what the are you doing? Again, I'm good with the gym, but you're negative in your checking account.
Yeah.
Plus a monthly service fee. And we're negative $11. What the are we doing, guys?
Who you Apple cashing?
That was to you.
For what?
Drinks.
When we're negative, what are the you doing? Also, I thought you guys said you were joint now anyway.
I
So
didn't-
what is happening?
Well, I still have my account, and he has his account. But I'm on his account.
Why is
as an
anything
authorized
going
user.
through here? You're negative.
I just didn't switch it over.
Switch it over. Be a adult for 2 seconds.
Well, it wasn't a big deal until like a month ago.
You're negative.
Okay, right. Well,
It's a big deal.
okay. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay.
Wouldn't it
Do
affect?
you guys even care? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, yeah, but when you're in the
do.
moment,
Wait, is this another? What is this?
that's counseling.
Past due counseling? Is it?
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
that's the 145 I owe to the therapist. I was under the assumption that it was covered, and then they sent me that bill with all of it together. That was for 3 appointments.
I don't know what your insurance covers. I don't know what your deductible is.
Right.
Do you?
I mean, it's Medicaid, so no.
Okay. And you guys are just like, let's have a kid for fun. Okay. Like it's a toy. Sure. At least there's $710 in this. Is this the shared checking account?
Yeah.
This is.
Guys, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So stupid. So selfish. So just childish and gross. started off the conversation with pleasantries, and you guys are lovely people as people, but this is gross.
Yeah.
So it is door dashing for $40 when we're borrowing money from Granny, sending Apple Cash out, going inside, getting Mountain Dew sweet treats. Apple Cash sent out, IHOP getting Mountain Dew sweet treats, withdraw ATM 43, who knows where the went, withdraw ATM $2, probably a fee. Burger King, going inside, getting some Mountain Dew sweet treats, TikTok shop, $136 on TikTok shop. What the are you getting?
How much was it for?
$136. And we're borrowing money from grandma.
Was that
$17. I looked. The line doesn't connect very well.
Okay.
I
Even
thought we
still.
just
Something I bought from
found out we
TikTok.
just got hacked. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was a Father's Day gift.
Yeah, it was a Father's Day gift.
Are you whose father?
My
That would be
father.
his
Okay, you're borrowing from your father's mother.
mom's mom, but yeah. To get
Oh,
gifts.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're doing that. I just don't.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Burger King, Netflix, nothing on there anyway. Manscaped. Do you need a subscription?
You don't.
So
Usually
you're
they
getting a
opt-
one-time thing
You can.
for your special mustache as you've been touching all conversation?
Yeah.
Yes.
More nicotine and Microsoft Ultimate, sending Apple Cash out, Burger King, Modern Market Eatery, Jack in the Box, Blue Martini. This is guys. Going inside, Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Spotify, Cash Apping out $30, Cash Apping out $8, Apple Cash out $8, Apple Bill, in-app subscription, who knows, $10.31. Going inside, getting a Sweet Treat Mountain Dew, Disney Plus, Apple Cash sent out, Goodwill. You never really know. You could get
That
things
was
you
for
actually
kids'
need.
clothes.
Okay, I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is then going and getting Mountain Dew Sweet Treats and Mountain Dew Sweet Treats and Mountain Dew Sweet Treats. Apple Cash sent out, guys. This is ridiculous. Who the are you guys sending money to so much?
It's between him and I. Because if I don't have money in my account,
I thought you guys used this jointly.
I guess we've just been lazy. I haven't switched anything.
Stop being
over.
lazy. How are you guys allowed to be lazy? How is there even room or time or anything here for laziness?
I mean,
there's not.
When you're raising a kid, you're not thinking about.
You're raising the kid to try to live a better life, and because you're a little lazy right now, you're f***ing their future. Is what I would say to that.
Okay.
Before you try to make an excuse about the kid. Okay? As a full-time creator, I can tell you creating engaging videos takes a lot of time and effort. From scripting to editing, the whole process can be a headache. But that's where InVideo AI comes in. With InVideo AI, you're in the director's seat while the AI acts as your co-pilot, taking care of all the heavy lifting. InVideo AI is the world's most used AI video creator with over 10 million users in more than 150 countries. It's the only tool I found that lets you control every aspect of your video using simple text prompts. So here's how it works. To start, you enter in a detailed prompt. For example, create a video about the best purchases you can make in your 20s. InVideo AI will generate a rough draft based on your input.
None of us really know how to adult, right? So let's figure out the must-have buys for your 20s together.
If you need to make changes, it's as easy as typing. You can add subtitles, change the voiceover, or even modify the intro with just a few text commands. Want to change the language to French? Done.
On est tous un peu perdus quand il s'agit d'être adulte, pas vrai? Alors découvrons ensemble les achats indispensables de la vingtaine. Tout d'abord, un matelas de qualité.
Need better footage for a scene? Done. It's that simple. And here's the game changer. InVideo AI can clone your voice. Imagine creating videos in your own voice without having to record anything. This feature alone saves you time and money, making video creation more accessible and efficient. Once you're happy with your video, you can export it without watermarks and with access to high-quality stock footage. This comprehensive tool replaces the need for multiple apps, saving you hundreds of dollars each month. So if you're serious about upping your video game, try InVideo AI. Plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get access to millions of royalty-free stock footage clips, voice cloning, and more. Scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description below and use my code CalebHammer50 to get 2 times the number of video generation credits in your first month. Okay. It is hard. It's also a responsibility that you took on. Right. Okay? So deal with it. You chose it.
That's fair.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Modern Market Eatery, Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Amazon, Blue Martini. Again, we're obsessed with that place. $141 there.
We got sent that back, like half, almost all of it. Because I go out with
Okay.
his sister and then she sends it back to his card.
Okay. Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Smoke Shop. So we have 2 addictions. Diabetes and lung cancer. Apple Bill, Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Mountain Dew Sweet Treat. DoorDash and McDonald's, great. Withdraw by check, $72. Who knows where that went? Plus a fee of $5. Panda Express, Waffle House. Are you kidding me, guys? Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Superstar Car was.
It's a car wash.
Car wash.
I forgot what that was for.
Where do you
That
live
was
again?
my car. It was
I forgot.
Arizona.
Okay, you don't get snow.
You do get a lot of dirt.
Okay, well, dirt's okay. You're not getting like the
That was like
salt
the
and
first
rust
car
and
wash I
shit.
got
What
in
date
a
was that?
year.
Use a hose.
You can't use the water
don't
at the
have a hose
apartment
at the apartment.
complex. You get fined.
Use spit.
All right.
Apple Cash, Sportman's Warehouse, Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, withdraw from the ATM, $43, $2 fee. Another $23 out with a $2 fee. Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Amazon, Apple Bill. Oh, it's Mountain Dew Sweet Treat, Apple Bill, and Mountain Dew Sweet Treat. This is insane. You spent $2,000 more than you brought in. This is insane. Also, you guys can have your little special vices that you guys do every day. Childish, immature, putting yourself before your kid's future. It's gross. It's gross. I'm disgusted.
I don't know.
What?
I just,
You don't care?
it's not that I don't care. It's just,
Are you kidding me?
I agree that some of it is definitely childish. I just think,
Some of it? 6 months old is the kid. They have 17 and a half more years with you. This is what they're going to have to deal with? Is their mom and dad putting their vices over them?
no. That's why we're here.
That's not an excuse. That's what a lot of people say. That's why you're here. No, I'm answering a question. And if you answer it and you don't seem to care, I'm going to call it out.
Okay.
Being here isn't a magical solution. I will give you the wake-up call. I will connect you with the resources. Go through our budgeting class. Go through our investing class. It's bundled now at a lower price, by the
I
way.
guess it is like selfishness. I don't know, but I had like really bad PPD. So it was,
PPD.
yeah, postpartum depression.
Oh, yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, so then it definitely was on me because I'd be like, I need this thing because I'm like super sad. And then he would get it.
Okay, was that clinically diagnosed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got off WebMD. That was a joke. It was clinically diagnosed.
Noah thinks you look like a flamboyant pirate.
Did
You can make fun of him not having hair on top of his head in the post show.
It's all right.
he
He'll
just
lose it. I'll
type
keep mine
that
forever.
out to you?
Yes,
This is why we need to keep him in the
Flamboyant
back.
pirate.
I know.
Flamboyant pirate.
You miss me when I
Look
have
how
my long
fruity
hair.
he is with some of your guys'
I look
guests.
great.
Well, I think you look good.
Thank you.
You like touching it.
It's
It's like a pet too, but
It is
fucking
like
nervous.
a huge pet peeve of mine. It's just like you like sit there and you hear
I always lick like my like
The
I
lip
always
ticklers?
I always get like a long hair right here. So
yeah.
yeah,
He calls them his feelers, like a bug.
that's pretty funny.
It's not funny when I'm trying to eat a fucking sandwich and I eat half my mustache though.
Yeah, hopefully you're making it because
Well,
you can't afford to buy one.
I'd be the one making it, but yeah.
$47 in this checking account. So what's the point of this checking account? This is your checking account.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
originally.
so my grandmother had set up this checking account when I was a child, and she was just putting a couple dollars here and there all
What's
the way.
Harkins Nortira?
That's a movie theater.
It's a movie theater.
Great. So movie theater. More Mountain Dew sweet treats. ATM will draw $303. Who knows where that went? Great.
For the
That was
rent.
for
So
rent.
this is more spending.
Yeah.
Rent's okay, but more sweet treats and the movies. Because again, our pleasure, our instant gratification, that's more important. Guys,
Yeah.
$3,000 invested. Is that what's invested to our name?
My name.
Yeah. It's like a Roth
All right, because
IRA.
you guys definitely don't consider yourselves together in terms of like an actual
Finances, yeah.
partnership, actual commitment for the future. That's as clear as day with the language you guys use. You've been good. I'll put this away. You haven't touched the table once.
I'm glad we've earned.
I switched my mustache.
Yeah. I mean, necessary food was 6.1% of your spending. Your spending, we also know, was 50% more than you made. But either way, within that spending, 11% was going out to eat. Miscellaneous bullshit, 8.4%. Other large purchases, 11.1%. Like, this is just insane, guys. That's laundromat, ATM withdrawal, $303, and Apple Cash Out, $212. $200 to Mountain Dew, we think, just about. Insane.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
like that.
You're the
yeah.
next boogie. Congratulations.
Oh, great.
No, you're dating way too within your age range to be boogie.
That's a fact.
What is this?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Do you know?
Not people making money at jobs.
Yeah, that's true. No more terminally online. If you're gonna get a job, get a job.
Yeah.
Which is honestly a play. Is that I like that you guys can do it without putting the kid in childcare, and you guys are just working weird hours.
That's just the one thing I won't compromise on. Is I'd rather have.
and that's
us
fine. It's gonna
fight
be
every
interesting.
day.
Curious to see how sustainable it is.
That's the worry.
All right, I think. What's your rent again?
15 after everything.
Is that
After
included-
utilities
is that
and internet?
utilities?
Yeah, it's after utilities.
And internet?
Yeah.
Renters insurance? Okay. Phone bill?
200 something.
Something like.
'cause you do-
Well,
Oh, good
I don't
fuck.
pay mine. She has
mine's
$98.
98. His parents pay for his.
98? Guys, I assume you still owe money on your phone.
Mine's paid off. That's just what my mom said I owed her.
Get your own line with Helium for $20 a month, dude. Just do that.
I don't. Do they get service everywhere?
Yes, T-Mobile towers.
T-Mobile's not that great.
T-Mobile, well, it's
I
great
have
here.
T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile.
Well, good for you guys. I like my Verizon.
Great, yeah, let's continue to pay for things we can't afford. That's some, are you
Are they gonna? Okay.
spoiled?
Never heard of
That's
Helium
spoiled brat behavior, no offense. I mean, you, I don't care. Car insurance for both.
before. I don't pay car insurance.
Mine's. We do mile by mile because it's cheaper since I don't drive.
You don't pay for car insurance?
His
No.
parents pay for his
So,
car insurance
yeah,
and phone.
You really are a child. Okay, that's okay. I mean, if that's what they want to do,
I was paying it for a little bit.
you're getting money from everywhere,
Yeah.
from everyone, because you guys
Yeah.
can't. Okay,
Mine is.
mile by mile.
Yeah, so
She's-
because I don't drive that often, it would have been $500 a month because I have accidents. So I just did mile by mile. It's like
So what is it normally?
like 120 a month.
How much gas for both of you?
Oh,
50 every 2 weeks for mine.
mine's maybe $40 a month, so like 90.
140?
140.
Sit every week, yeah. TP fund, anything else you need to exist, $200, and that's because the kid's
Formula,
expensive and you
yeah.
got to put all that food. We're meal prepping aggressively a couple times a week.
Mhm.
And we're just eating cheap, but we're eating healthy. Use the one in the budgeting program, address it to your needs. And with the kid, I'm thinking you guys can do,
We also use Aldi, which is
Very
really
cheap.
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
$600 a month.
That's more than
Yeah, that's more than what
I'm
we're
used to spending on groceries.
Yeah, but you guys go out to eat.
Yeah, I guess
That's
it's
fair.
true.
I'll do 500. If you can do 500, do 500, but I'll allow up to 600. Medical, let's get those copays. A couple. What if you do like 2 therapy sessions a month? What would that cost you each?
$200.
Huh?
If we did 2 apiece,
Yeah.
$200.
Is that just for you or altogether?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
see if that works. What's the gym membership?
It's just
cost?
mine, which is 25, I think.
Yours is 25. I
Yeah.
thought it was 15.
No, I have the black card, so I can take Blake.
Ah,
And you guys said you had a pet?
correct.
Yeah, we have a dog.
Pet insurance? No.
No.
I think you should,
Yeah.
because that can add like a $5,000 bill to you because they eat.
I
dump-
guess it's this,
Put $20 on
it's the
there.
same thing as like when we got the vet charge was like,
It's
you know, like
$600.
1,000. So then we don't.
How much
we don't
for
get
dog food
the-
a month?
Oh, that's
80.
100. No.
No, because it's. I mean, we get his food like once every 3 weeks, and it's $40 for the
Okay. So 80. Just
80.
put 80.
And your minimum monthly debt payments, 281 plus 25 plus 52 plus 25. We're looking at 383. See where you guys are at. You guys think you know where you're at, or is this like
I took
we're
the
about
test.
to find out?
Yeah, we're not gonna be great.
How much hits your account on a monthly basis right now?
$850 a week.
$850 a week.
$850 to $900 a week.
Hits.
I mean,
Your account.
Just do 800 every week. So
That's what hits the account, though. That's not what's before taxes.
No, it's
Yeah, that's what
800
hits
that
the
would
account.
hit.
Yeah, 850.
Times 52 divided by
So
12. Some
1100.
months are longer, some are shorter. 3,466. You guys have room. There's no excuse for borrowing from your grandma. There's no excuse for fucking spending the money that you guys have. There's no excuse for being short. You guys have the money, and you're gonna make more, and you're gonna bring in money. Honestly, I mean, this is kind of simple to me. You're gonna work part time. You're gonna get a full time job, making like 50. You guys are gonna be able to pay off this debt pretty quick. Just pay off medical, then therapy, then Capital One, then the MasterCard, then the Apple Card, then even pay off the Ford Focus just to get rid of risk, get a fully funded emergency fund. I think you guys can do that in like a year and a half.
Pay off the Ford Focus in a year?
And a half. Yeah, because with you guys are already making more right now than you need to live, barely. And if you truly focus in and just tackle debt as the top priority, yeah, absolutely. With you making 50 and you working part-time, yes, absolutely.
But what would that be like a month? Just going into the car?
Huh? Well, after all the other debt is paid off, your minimum monthly payments again are lower at that point. You'll have like an extra $100 to throw towards it. And then you're making again 50, and then you're making part-time. Probably making what, like $75,000 a year maybe, depending. Plus with paying less in taxes because the kid.
Just seeing those numbers makes me feel
And
so
then if you guys are
stupid.
married, you'll have married tax benefits as well.
Is it a benefit to get married though? Like actually money?
Yes, you get tax benefits. I can bring up the exact.
I just
Yeah.
in general, I don't know, because like my mom always said it was easier not to.
I don't think you should
Well,
be
easy
taking,
in what way? Like, sure, yeah.
Like filing or with kids. Do you?
No.
Okay, I believe you.
I don't think you should be taking financial advice from your mom.
That's fair.
I mean, I can sit you guys down with our in-house CPA that you guys can talk to if you guys want to be coached. Financial coaching. You get a higher standard deduction as and lower tax rates as a married couple. Obviously, there's child tax credit and earned income tax credit as well. Oh, I forgot about this, but there's also the spousal IRA contribution. So one with little to no earned income like you, we're able to contribute to both of your tax retirement accounts, essentially almost like doubling your IRA, which is kind of cool. And obviously spousal and survivor benefits for Social Security.
Okay.
But, I mean, there's a lot of things here,
Yeah.
guys.
I should just probably stop listening to people.
Well, I mean, I don't know the exact argument. I can't argue against it
Right.
unless I know what it is. So you guys have this. You guys have this.
Yeah.
Once you start doing your job and you're doing the part-time thing, if you're able to do it for a year and a half, let's call it 2 years to pay off all the debt, have a fully funded emergency fund, then you can figure out what you guys want to do for careers and everything from there. But that'll be when you can apply to the police again. So you guys just need to cut back, pretend like you're living on nothing, because you guys are living on nothing right now. You can't afford anything. That's not how I want you guys to live, don't get me wrong, but this is like the literal reality of your situation. And you brought a kid into this world against
Right.
their will, so live a good life for them
Yeah.
and with them. And you can do that with simple sacrifice, like literally just simple sacrificing just for a couple years, which is absolutely nothing. You'll be 25 and you'll be 23, or you'll be 23. So there's just that's nothing. We're in our mid 20s and you guys have a fully funded emergency fund and no debt. You guys will retire multimillionaires contributing. Yeah.
Okay.
If you do 50, 30, 20, 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% into investing. If I open up my Moo app right now, my brokerage that I use, and I buy like some S&P 500 or some SPY, and I compound that over the course of multiple decades, by the time I hit 59 and a half, that's where your tax advantage accounts like the IRAs can be withdrawn penalty free.
Okay.
You guys will have a couple $1,000,000, if we're actually making the money that you suggest you're going to be making. And you're going to have a great pension program likely through your police force anyway. So there's a lot of opportunities here. Sacrifice for just a year and a half, guys. And your life is done. But instead, you guys have been acting like children, and you're putting your wants and vices over your literal child. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty easy solution. It's literally just your sacrifice. It's literally just basic things. Spending a budget, you overspent by double, 0 out of 10. Your debt, it's not even like the worst debt. You guys you're spending stupid. So you're allowing yourself to get into bad debt. 3 out of 10. Emergency fund, nothing right now. You drained it. 0 out of 10 retirement. I know you're at nothing. You started for your age. I'm happy combining it as a household, kind of pretending like you guys are married. Gonna put that at a 3 out of 10 because you're kind of anchoring down on that. Real estate 0 out of 10 for now. It's going to be a Hammer financial score only, rounding up 1.5 out of 10. Make sure to stick around for the post show. We're going to have Noah come in here, who they seem to hate. So we're going to bash him. We're going to jump into some more drama because there are some things that we didn't get into that are on the more drama side of things, the more tea side of things.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in the post show. You can join in the link in the description below. Also, to make sure to check out all the resources there as well. They're what I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting and investing programs now bundled at a lower price. Check them out. Join us for the post show.
Today on the Financial Audit Post Show.
We heard a little birdie say you maybe have a touch of the tism.
Touch of the tism? Math-tism
I wouldn't
for
be
you?
surprised if not.
Yeah, do I need to be like more expressive?
Huh?
Do you want me to be more expressive?
I don't care. You be you.
So you can pick up on the
I
social
be me.
cues and stuff?
We're still going. This is starting to become like
Because we get like, you understand numbers and
autism
stuff.
To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.